Hello, friends. I look like a mess. Slight stressful morning, but we're not gonna get into that. Usual drink. If you don't know me, double Red Bull, 2 Red Bulls, 32 ounces with a raspberry syrup and half, and I got whipped cream today because it just hits the spot. Am I Red Bull girly? No, but this hits the spot. Every time. Either raspberry or blue raspberry is my go-to. Huckleberry is not bad, but why we are here, I went to Target, but I mean, beautiful that is. Like, I had to return a book, and of course they're doing the buy 2 get 1, so I'm like, okay, well, the one that I'm here for but yes, we bought that one. Because Barnes didn't have this one last time, so I needed that one. And then she is fucking thick. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be that thick, but it is gorgeous. And it's mine now. And I love it. See you guys later. Good morning, friends. Why I wait for my breakfast to come out. Let's talk about the last one at the wedding because I have fucking thoughts. Jason, why was he so annoying? Like that, he was annoying as fuck. And I know that, it tries to make him like sound like very paranoid, and I mean he is. First of all, he's annoying as fuck. That I did like the story. And I don't know if it was just the audiobook, but he was just annoying as shit. Like, he made me roll my eyes like a lot. And I'm just like, oh my god, can we move on from this? Like, dude. Oh, I kind of saw it coming. Not gonna lie. I still enjoyed it. It was like a 3.5. It was pretty predictable, but I'm just kind of like, I just really could not get past the fact that he was so fucking annoying. Like, he made me roll my eyes way too much, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, I almost stopped listening to it for a minute because I'm like, but I wanted to finish it because I was enjoying the story. I just did not like the main character. Like, he was like, he kind of reminds me of my parent, like, growing up, I guess. I don't know. It was, yeah. So, first video of the TBR has been, or first book of the TBR has been read, and I don't know what we're listening to next. Don't ask me. You guys will find out when I find out. How about that? Yeah. I'm gonna go get my breakfast, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I am tired as shit. So, night, guys. Good morning, friends. Let's talk about this book right here. I don't know. What do I even give this? Like, I liked it, but it was just, like, very off the fucking wall in some spots. So, we are following, Shay Evans, who we start off, and first of all, the prologue was... yeah, I'm kind of like, okay. But yeah. So we're starting off, and Shay's listening to this podcast from an old friend, Jamie, who she went to high school with. And he starts off and he goes, this one hits a little close to home. And she's like, what? And he starts talking, and he goes, and Laura Graham, or Laurel, whatever her name is, committed suicide. She hung herself in a tree at their old college that they went to high school with, and this was her best friend in college. Like, they did everything together. And we're just kind of listening to Jamie tell a story of what he knows and what he got from police reports and stuff like that. And she goes, I think I'm gonna go back to my old stomping grounds. So she literally flies her happy ass from Texas to New York and goes to Whitney. And this is 8 years after she has graduated, and she just kind of left after she graduated college and just never returned. Hasn't talked to Laurel in 8 years, and just left it all behind. And then we're kind of going through the whole entire story of what happened at Whitney that year, because 8 years prior to Laurel's, their friend Clem was found hanging from a shower, I think it was, and same college. And we're kind of going through this story, and it gets kind of unhinged, like, not gonna lie. So in college, Laurel was doing plays and everything, and they all just wanted to be closer to the college. So in order to do that, they needed to find a fourth roommate to be in this one hall or room or whatever on college, on camp. I can't remember if it was on the college campus or not, but it was close to, if not on it. So they find this girl named Rachel. Rachel has a dad named Don, and they kind of, and I'm going to stop anybody right here. It gets detailed in some of this. If you do not like abuse, sexual, anything, don't read this book. There is a warning. Like, right at the very beginning, that there is some stuff in here. Like, there's some things. But we're kind of going through it, and I don't really want to tell you guys what happened, because that's literally the whole premise of the story. But we find out what happened in college and why. And what is going on, you know? And there's a spot that we're at, and I just kind of had to stop and go, wait, whoa, back the fuck up. No. And then I'm like, and then I put two and two together, and then we get there, like, not even 10 minutes later, and I'm like, oh okay, I get it now. And then I'm like, but what? And then also, I feel bad for Shay's husband in this one because she just went off and gallivanted to New York to investigate her best friend's death, who she hasn't talked to in 8 years, by the way. And he's just like, come home. Like, come home. And then finally it got to the point where he's like, come home or I am cutting you off. And then she's like, yeah, I don't think I want to be married to you anymore. Bye. And I'm just like, honey, you, what? What are we doing? Okay. Was it as unhinged as In My Dreams I Hold a Knife? Yes. Yes, it was. I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 star. Like, I enjoyed it. There was some spots that just, like, I had to do a double take and be like, so what now? Okay, but why? And now we gotta move on to the next book. I don't even know how to move on from that, honestly. That was a little unhinged. Yeah. I don't know. It was a ride of what I got. But yeah, that concludes The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. But we need to move on. I don't know how to move on. I do have the audio for this one, The Killer on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones, and I think that might be our next book. Because, yeah, we're just gonna just move on from that. There was just a lot going on. Like, it was not a bad book. It was unhinged as fuck. There was just spots that I'm just like, rewind, repeat, like, no, yeah, what? It made you think quite a lot, actually. Yeah, I was trying to put some pieces together, and I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. Like, oh, it makes sense. It makes sense at the end. It was just... Also, I don't like Jamie. He needed to let go years and years ago. He didn't. He really didn't. He was slimy to me. That's all I got. I will see you guys when I read this. Maybe. I don't know. Hi. Hello. I don't remember the last time I talked to you, but we need to talk about this book because what the fuck is all I got. Recognized a lot. So they're on the highway between Laramie and I think they're going towards Rollins. I think is where they were headed. I can't remember now. But yeah, it was It started off in Laramie, and I'm like, oh God. I used to live there. Once upon a time. I actually went to university there for a minute, and I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I've actually driven on this highway a few times, and I'm like, cool, well, that does not make this story any better, period, because I've been on this, you know, like, it was a ride. So Harper runs away from home, and we're just kind of on the road with her on the stuff, and she meets this couple, and she gets a sandwich and everything from them, and she's literally just sitting there, and then all of a sudden her friends pull up in a Yellowstone truck, because her friend Kissy and Jam worked for Yellowstone for the summer, so they were driving the truck up to see if her father wanted to buy it, or his father, somebody's father, and then they were headed back down, so they picked her up, and then shit starts happening, and it just kind of goes off the hook, and I'm just like, apparently this guy eats body parts, and he transforms into their faces. And it's literally just a ride from there. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this... awesome. I'm like, I'm literally sitting here listening to some of it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was... something. 4 stars. I enjoyed it. It was... I have no idea what the hell is going on in it, but, like, it was just, like, a fever dream. Like, you listen to it, and you're like, what the fuck? It all just goes, poof, and you're just like, okay, and then you're just on track to something, and then something else happens, and you're like, oh, now we're going this way, and then it hard left that, and you're just like, what? Okay, whatever. It was a ride. It was an interesting ride. I don't really know how to explain it. Read it. Just read it. It's kind of gory. It's gory. It's just a ride. I don't really know how to describe it without spoiling a lot of what goes on in this book. But yes, that is The Killer on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones, and I don't have much for you. It's half of this, because the other one is The Babysitter Lives. But yes, it was... I enjoyed it. When I knew what the hell was going on, I'm just like, I don't know. We're just in for it at this point. But yeah, there's that. Like, I will see you guys in the next book. Let's talk about Pet Sematary. Or at least what I've read. I think I'm about halfway, if not a third. I don't remember where I ended yesterday. Weird. It starts off like it's a normal book to begin with. Like, So we're following Lewis and his family. He has a wife, Rebecca, a daughter, Ellie, and I don't remember, I think it's Gage is the son. Ellie's 5 in kindergarten, I think. She's just starting school. The baby is talking. So I'm guessing probably between 1 and 2. They moved to this town, Ludlow, Maine, for he's a university job, a doctor. He takes a doctor job at the university. They move into this house. He's got some weird neighbors. The old man, goes, oh, let's all go for a family walk. So they go for this walk. And we get to the pet cemetery, which, I mean, as a 5-year-old, you're gonna have questions like, I don't want my cat to be there. But you're gonna walk the family like that. That's weird. That's weird. We start off with the baby getting a bee sting, and that's how we meet the old man. And then the old man invites Lewis over for beers on the porch later, because whatever. And then we kind of go into the first day at job, and that was just weird. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, okay. And then that's where I'm at. No idea what's going on. No idea. I'm just kind of like, okay, well. So we're gonna listen to the rest of this today while I work on my diamond painting. I don't have much left. It's about a third of it, I'd say. A little less than a half. But we need to get it done because I want to move on to a different diamond painting. And yeah, so there's that. That's what I'm gonna be doing for the day, is finishing Pet Cemetery and working on this with you guys. So that's all I have for this update. I will see you guys when I finish the book. Actually, while I have you guys here, I did watch my spooky movie, my whatever scary movie on my list. We watched The Shining. First time ever seeing The Shining. No, I have not read the book yet. I will be reading the book. I think we're all planning on, a couple of us are reading it in winter time. So that's gonna be interesting. Apparently the movie and the show or the movie and the book are not aligned, and there's differences, and I'm kind of excited to see those. The movie was interesting, it was weird, and I kind of liked it, I won't lie. But that's also the type of movie that I like, is that. So the scary movie out of the way. I'm probably gonna watch more because it's still spooky season, but yeah, that's where we're at. I'll see you guys when I finish my book. Bye, guys. So, I am chapter 38. I don't like how the chapters are in these. It's weird, but it's fine. I was not expecting that. Trigger warning, there is a child death in here. That was... But spoiler alert, because this is not in the synopsis that I'm saying. the semis go down their road like very, very fast, and just pretty much no care in the world. And Gage was out playing out front, and they weren't able to get him in time when one of the truckers blew through. And his father-in-law is a douche. Literally blames the death on Lewis because he married his daughter. Like, no other reason. Like, Gage would be perfectly fine if he wasn't married to his daughter. Like, that's not logical, but whatever. His dad is a douche, or her dad is a douchebag. And, like, I understand grief and everything, but you can't, like, what? that, whatever, right? That's really all I have for an update. It was, his father-in-law is a douchebag, and does not make anything better in any of this. And poor Rachel, because having to deal with the death of your child and your father being the way that he is. But I don't really have much more than his father-in-law is a douchebag, and of course at, his grandson's funeral, he decides to attack the dad and blame it on him because he married his daughter. But we don't have much left, so let's go finish it and see where it takes us, because I have a feeling something's gonna happen, and I'm just sitting here going, just waiting for it. but we'll see. I will see you guys in a while. talk about the rest of this book because I feel like I start out my clips like that now. I don't know why. Just Pet Sematary by Stephen King. This is my third Stephen King. Was this you can definitely tell when this was written. I won't lie about that. When was this written? Copyright 1983. You can tell there's a very underlying, like, this was written in the 80s. Like, hands down 80s. Where did I leave off at? I don't even remember. But shit started happening and so I think, did I tell you about the cat? The cat came back to life, like, after they buried it in the pet cemetery. Like, I don't know if I told you guys that. Since I know I've already spoiled some of this, so just, what the fuck was the cat's name? I don't even remember what the cat's name was. But Rachel felt like she really needed to go back, and yes, she did. She really needed to go back, but she didn't at the same time. Like, the fuck on that ending? Oh my god. So Lewis kind of went cray and took Gage up to the pet cemetery. And I think y'all kind of know what happens at that. I was listening to the last part of this, and poor Judd. Poor Judd. Like, what the frick, man, is what I got. Like, what happened? I don't remember if Lewis lived. Oh, he did, because Steve, his infirmary buddy, his work buddy, saw him carrying Rachel in a white sheet. And that's where it leaves us off at. And I'm like, I did enjoy this. 3.5 so far. I think the more I think about this, I could probably give this a 4-star. 5-star, stretching it. But I like the twists and the turns that this gave us. And I'm like, no, this is gonna happen. And then it happens, I'm like, great. You know, like, great. But Pet Sematary concludes our TBR game, which is fantastic, because I actually wasn't thinking I was gonna get through that many books this month. Just with how the month has gone, I just really haven't had much reading time, honestly, or I've been just so exhausted that, yeah. But where's my list, first of all? So our first roll, we had Lake on the Cover, which was the last one at the wedding by Jason Rekulak, and I did enjoy this one. I don't think I hated any of the books that I read for this, honestly. Like, I actually really enjoyed all of them. And then we had Graveyard, which is Pet Sematary. Body Part, which was The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. And Serial Killer was Killer on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones. And then our movie, we did end up watching The Shining with a friend, which was fun. And overall, it was a pretty great month. And I'm excited to do this TBR with you guys next month, which I will probably be filming that soon. So keep an eye out for that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have a favorite out of these, leave me which one you liked the most out of all of these books. Or just leave me a hatchet. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.